Alright. Hey everyone, sorry I'm late this afternoon. I wanted to start at 3 today, but I fell asleep waiting on my next episode of the Shadowbringers broadcast that I recorded to be rendered. And yeah, as a result, I just ended up falling asleep while waiting for it, and by the time I woke up, it was nearly 3 o'clock, and I realized I hadn't actually gotten myself ready for doing the run on the roulette for getting up to level 72. But we've taken care of that now, and so we're now safely above the level 72 threshold, so that means we can proceed to get started again. But hey, it's been quite a crazy day so far, getting our first successful clear of a dungeon in Shadowbringers, and in so doing, hoping to change the landscape a little bit by bringing evening back to a realm of eternal light. And yeah, speaking of darkness, yeah, we get a beautiful night sky with a near full moon. Yeah, in fact, that's about as close as it can get to being full moon without actually being. But now we're back here in Eorzea for the time being, because it's time for us to take a look at the 2 new job quests that have been made available in Shadowbringers, and our journey starts here in Limsa. So, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here at Novaura Autism for the continuation of Day 2 of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers Live. So I'm standing here in Limsa with a fittingly enough crystal tower standing in the background, and we have this eager Laminson here who's going to be sending us on our way to the first of the 2 job quests. So, let's go ahead and speak with him to take on the level 60 quest for the Dancer, entitled Shall We Dance? This Laminson gentleman appears just a tad too excited about something. Good sir, oh good sir, can you spare a moment? Yes, of course I can. You see, I just witnessed a performance most marvelous and must simply tell someone about it. What sort of performance, you ask? Well, none other than a troupe of traveling dancers hailing from Razat Horn across the sea. I dare say their bold, exotically beautiful motions are like nothing our realm has ever seen. Adventurers like you are always on the lookout for stimulating new experiences, are you not? You will simply witness the spectacle for yourself. Just follow this road towards the convent of the dutiful sisters, and you'll run smack dab into the stage they set up in the square. Alright then, let's go and make our way over there. Also, since we hit level 72, I now have a new AoE ability called Kerthan Torment. It's now the 3rd part of a chain that I can use for AoE attacks, along with Doom Spike and Sonic Thrust. So yeah, we now have a way to do this 3 times over. So, we've now arrived here, so let's go ahead and speak with Rana Migo to get all the information. Greetings, traveler. Welcome to a little show, have you? Or come to a little show, have you? On behalf of Troop Falsium, I welcome you. My troopmates are seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Don't want too far. The curtain will be rising any minute now. It's been quite some time since we brought our art to these shores, or so our fearless leader tells us. I've been practicing day and night ever since we arrived, and to bring you and your countrymen the performance of a lifetime. Now we just chill out here for a while. And hopefully we'll get to see what this performance is all about. Performed under a beautiful, near full moon. Or we'll just advance to the next morning. That works too. Yeah, you can see the fancy little floor they set up. So as we bide our time... Hello there. So close, and yet so far. For all who cannot make the voyage to our home, we bring our art to yours. Hailing from Razat Horn across the sea, I present the incomparable, transcendent Troop Falsium. Today we have prepared a sumptuous feast for your eyes and ears. Let the soaring melodies and the stirring, striking steps of our dancers reach your heart and your spirit you away to a different world. And so, here comes our first performer. Yeah, decked out in a very scantily dressed outfit, I might add. Definitely gets to be Kote's attention for sure. Hey Shima, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, she's even a keeper of the moon, no less. So yeah, we have some musicians as well for this performance. Yeah. Ready when you are, young lady. Yeah, lot of shocked faces out there, and nods of approval. Yes, just so, Rancer. Betray not your trembling heart. Dance your dance till the last, and let them fall under your spell. Yeah, who goes there? Yeah, someone else has a reason for being here too, right? Oh, my apologies, I didn't mean to intrude upon your experience. Pray ignore my mutterings and ignore the girl's performance. She's trained quite hard for this day, after all. And then, yeah. Why have I got your attention as much as I do? Yeah, isn't your attention supposed to be over there? I don't like where that grin is going.
I must say you carry yourself with a certain grace, don't you? Excuse me, I'll forget myself.
Yeah, maybe you're coming on a little too strong. Yeah, we ended up missing most of the performance. Yeah, we ended up missing most of the performance because you needed to try and get my attention. But we'll applaud nonetheless. Yeah, at least we got a chance to see what it was all about. And so, later that night...
Forgive me for not properly having introduced myself. I'm Mira, principal dancer and leader of Troupe Falsium. Rana, the girl whose performance you are admiring, is my #1 student and protege. This may seem a bit forward, but pray tell, have you ever harbored aspirations of stepping on stage? Of losing yourself in a whirlwind of music and motion, and enchanting your audience with your every movement?
Do you think male are capable of doing such a thing?
Forgive me, I know this is all quite sudden, and yet I could not help myself. From the first moment I laid eyes on you, I saw... how can I put it? A poise that could only be honed on the field of battle. Yes, there is no doubt in my mind you would make a fine dancer. I see you're confused, and for good reason. Allow me to explain. There are forms of dance meant merely to grace the stage, and then there's the art of Troupe Falsium. We dance the Kriegstans, a dance of war so ancient it is said to predate even the founding of our city. Our dancers train primarily in 2 techniques, each with applications both ornamental and martial. For one, we are proficient in tossing throwing weapons, which are most dazzling to the eyes and even more damaging to any unfortunate foes they strike. The second is, of course, dancing itself. Perhaps you have already felt it, but it is believed that there are mystical powers to our movements, which can serve to heighten senses, lift spirits, and drive weakness and worry from people's hearts. The people of Eorzea have done well to rebuild this home in the calamity's wake, yet there are scars that still go unhealed, and the spectre of war still looms large over the land.
Oh, no kidding.
If our art of dance might serve in some small way to ease worries and fears and offer succor to the hearts of Eorzeans far and wide, then nothing would bring our humble troupe greater honor, and so did I decide to leave Troupe Falsium on a tour of this realm. There is, however, a bit of a rub. We have only come with 2 dancers, Rana and myself, and I'm still nursing an injury I suffered on the voyage over.
Ouch.
My protege is a talented one, but I can hardly ask her to bear the burden of our tour alone, and so I felt compelled to reach out to you.
Yeah, you certainly picked someone out of the lot, didn't you?
I can assure you that the arrangement would be to our mutual benefit. Should you offer yes to your aid, I will personally instruct you in the art of the Kriegstans, an art that will avail you not only on the stage but on the field of battle as well. Worry not, I will not force you to rush your decision. We must begin rehearsal for our next performance. Do give my thoughts some thought to my offer, and seek me out again should you be so inclined.
So as they go ahead and get ready for their next round, we'll go ahead and complete this initial quest and speak with Nashmira again.
Your turn, friend. Have you taken the time to think over my offer?
Accept Nashmira's offer? We are. Yeah, besides we have to show it off anyway.
Splendid! To tell the truth, I had feared your answer would be no, but fortune smiles upon Troupe Falsium today. As principal dancer and company leader, allow me to officially welcome you to our ranks. Wait, don't tell me Nashmira has handpicked you to join our troupe and become a dancer? Is Rana right, or is Rana right? I knew it! I haven't been doing this for as long as Mistress Nashmira, but even I can see that your poise and posture is anything but ordinary. But don't get your hopes up too high, you're gonna have to work your arse off to outshine Rana Amigo. Let's suffice to say that I'll be watching both of your careers with great interest. Oh, but where are my manners? I haven't even asked my student his name.
No, you didn't. You may be from the Near East, but this is from the Far East.
An elegant name indeed. Very well then, Shinji. This is for you. This crystal houses the amassed knowledge and memories of our generations of our forebearers. Butterflies of the battlefield who have fluttered their way into history and legend. Take it and treasure it. And of course, you'll also be needing a change of clothes. Here, this outfit should do. Go ahead, put it on. You'll be amazed at the freedom of movement the pliant fabric affords you.
And so with that, we'll take our experience points, 167,400, 745 gil, as well as the Soul of the Dancer, the default weapon, the High Steel Chakram, and a Soft Stepper's Attire Coffer. And so with that, we have now officially unlocked the Dancer class. Hey there, Adam. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. So I already came prepared for what we're going to be doing with Gunbreaker and Dancer. So I'm going to do something a little bit different here. Once we have the Chakram equipped and the Dancer's gear put on, I'm also going to HUD everything over. So yeah, move the step gauge over here. And move the fourfold feathers over here. Yeah, just so that they stay together. Alright, so now that we got that taken care of, let's go over to recommended gear and put on everything that we need. And yeah, you may have noticed, yeah, this isn't quite meant for a dancer to be dressed up like they're a member of Al Capone's mafia. Yeah, it does kind of look out of place. But that's why we have glamours. I should probably make use of them, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'm not here to throw Chakram, I'm here to shoot a Tommy gun. Yeah, let's go ahead and use the glamour prisms we have to start looking the role. Yeah, get it all set up so that we can do what we came here to do. And then finally, after this one, get the boots all glamored. Oh, I'm out of prisms? No! Oh no! Let's go ahead and add this over here, but yeah, I need to get this dealt with. Also, yeah, I wear a fancy veil over my face for some reason. But yeah, we can use the visor to fix that. Yeah, I'll be back with you guys in a moment. I need to go get some glamour prisms. Because yeah, I do look weird kind of wearing these long boots. And overshadowing the rest of the outfit. I could have sworn I had more glamour prisms than this. Thankfully, it's a quick run over the market boards. Yeah, thankfully I do not have to run too far to get to them. And so once we've gotten that taken care of, we'll then move on. Yeah, plus I also need to modify my setup anyway for the attacks. So go ahead and purchase 99 more. Yeah, there we go. That's how it's supposed to look. But yeah, new day is dawned in Nimsalaminsa as well as the dawn of a new dancer. So yeah, let's head on back. I will say this though, it's a shame that we cannot, with the default gear, have it dyed. Because yeah, we couldn't do that with the Red Mage gear, initial Red Mage gear or the initial Samurai gear either, and we can't do it with Gunbreaker too. Alright, so now we need to start changing the ability list here. So if nothing else, the abilities I have are not going to be getting in the way at all from stuff I don't need to use. But yeah, there is some stuff that that's not necessary for me to have on the first tier. In fact, there are quite a few things. You know, can take off leg graze and foot graze. And rising windmill. It's gonna go in place of the head graze. Yeah, this stuff can all be used. I'm just gonna have it over here instead. Now to arrange everything. So we got Cascade, and then Fountain leads into Cascade, so we got those two together. And we got Windmill is attached to Blade Shower. Oh. Yeah, move those around a bit. So yeah, let's go ahead and make sure we get everything we need. You know, we got the fan dance over there. And we'll switch it up with fan dance too. Yeah, you'll see all these stats affliction abilities I possess. It's quite crazy, actually. And then we have En Avant down here, which is like a dash attack. Well, actually, it doesn't attack, it just dashes me forward. But yeah, I believe we have everything we need for what we're going to be doing. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and speak with Mira to take on the level 60 Dancer's quest entitled Gambling for Gil. Mira eyes you with an enthusiastic expression. And so now that we're all dressed for dancing, how do I look? I've trained many a dancer in my day, but I cannot recall ever having seen the crystal take to one of our new recruits so quickly. Truly there is prodigious talent within you just waiting to be untapped. I've never seen anything like it either. Why, at this rate he might even be able to challenge me for the position of Troop Falsium's Rising Star. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Rana, but yes, with Shinji in our ranks, our ultimate goal might be at long last within reach. Before that, however, I should share with you the full details of our planned itinerary. So do tell. As I may have mentioned, we have traveled to these shores with two purposes: to share our time-honored art with Eosians far and wide, and in doing so, to do our part to help heal any lingering scars left by the calamity. Limsa here was the first stop on our tour of the realm. This leaves us with 4 destinations: Uldar, Gridania, Ishgard, and finally Alamigo. And yet Ishgard is still dealing with the repercussions of the Dragon Song War, and Alamigo has been recently but liberated from their Guardian Masters. I believe it would be best to put off our performances in those nations until such a time as we can be sure our presence will be welcome. And still, by process of elimination, the next two destinations in our tour are all but decided. However, there is an important matter we must attend to before we set off. Finding ourselves a patron willing to sponsor our jaunt across the realm, yes? Precisely. With what little coins remains in our coffers after the long journey, we can scarce afford to put on humble productions like the one Shinji just witnessed. We must find someone who will spare no expense in helping us to bring our art to every corner of Eorzea. Fortunately, I have learned of someone who might be suited to that role. An acquaintance of mine in these lands, a songstress no less, introduced to me by an influential merchant who considers it his life's work to promote daring new forms of creative expression the realm over. The man in question has all but agreed to fund our tour on one condition. We must grace him with a private performance, and he must deem it to be a true artistic revolution unlike anything he's seen before. An artistic revolution? That sounds like an awfully tall order. I guess it is. So who is this individual?
Indeed it is. After all, an aesthete of such renown has surely seen a Near Eastern dance or two in his day. So I asked myself, what could it possibly show this man that would truly awe and inspire him? Long did I struggle to come up with an answer, but no longer. Shinji, you will take the stage with Rana and transform into a full-fledged dancer before this man's very eyes. Yes, I call it a flower blooms on the battlefield.
Yeah, that's quite a title.
Yes, it is all coming to me now. For the final act, Rana, he will play the role of a formidable foe, unleashing a fearsome array of steps and twirls against you. You'll fend them off, retaliating with flourishes of your own, and a dramatic dance battle for the ages. Shinji and I are taking the stage together? My tail is tingling with excitement just thinking about it, and through our battle we'll show our would-be patron that our art is more than just for show. Why, it's positively perfect.
Yeah, no, we're not having a dance-off in the ghetto or anything.
I know it's your first performance, but you needn't worry. Mira and I will be right there with you. Just follow our lead, let the music carry you, and I'm sure our performance will knock this big-wig merchant's socks off.
Alright then. We'll see what we can do. Hey there, Elizabeth. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us.
Rana speaks true. I would not have invited you into our ranks if I did not know you were capable of what I ask. And so let us not delay any further. Our audience awaits us in a place called, Costa del Sol.
Yeah. Can you guess who we're going to be meeting over at Costa del Sol? Well, actually, it does look different for a female. Because, yeah, I've already unlocked the dancer on Corinne, as you may have imagined. But yeah, it does look different on a woman. And so, yeah, away we go to Costa del Sol to meet with someone who we know all too well. And thanks for spoiling that, Shima. Alright, we're here. So let's go and find Mira, and we'll go ahead and meet with our patron. So let's go ahead and speak with Mira. As she and Rana get ready.
Excellent, my two rising stars are here and we can finally get the show on the road. But first we should pay our respects to our patron-to-be, Master Gigaruju. Come with me.
Yeah, Master Gigaruju, who's fancied himself to be quite the ladies' man, is going to be getting to see more ladies' man. Hey there, Master Gigaruju, we're back.
Master Gigaruju, it is a pleasure and an honor to be invited to your lovely estate. I am Mira, leader and principal dancer of Troop Forcium, and I stand before you today with two of my most promising protégés.
Yeah, take a bow, you two.
Yes, welcome and all. Thor, take me. Is that you, Titan's Bane? Moonlighting as a dancer these days, are you? I must admit, I thought adventuring was more lucrative than that. Mind you, when you are as wealthy as me, the best is a given. No, I won't be content with merely a masterful performance. I want to see something daring, something profound, something the likes of which this realm has never seen. I trust you up to the task.
With a smile on her face.
We would let your eyes be the judge of that, Mr. Gigaruju, for today, Costa del Sol will be the venue for the inaugural performance of Troop Forcium's newest production. I call it A Flower Blooms on the Battlefield.
Yeah, so let's get ready to show off our stuff. Alright, so yeah, because we're doing this as a battle, we gotta speak with Rana to get started.
Your very first performance and you're already taking center stage. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Your first opponent will be a training mannequin designed specifically to hone an aspiring dancer's skills. Breathe deeply, move with purpose, and it'll be a breeze. At the same time, always remember that the Krieg's dance is a dance of war. I know you're among friends here, but I want you to imagine yourself on the battlefield, leaping and twirling through a legion of foes. Now, let's knock this Master Gigaruja out of his 100,000 gil stockings. Are you ready?
Yes, indeed we are.
That's it! That fire in your eyes! This is the chance of a lifetime, so let that same passion burn in your heart and hold nothing back. Let the curtain rise!
Well, I don't know myself yet, Shiva, but I know how I want to use it. Yeah, Master Gigaruja is all excited for the show to get started.
You still lack further experience, this I know, but take heart, for I have crafted this performance specifically to judge your innate talent. Step by precious step. Follow my lead and you will feel yourself transforming into a full-fledged dancer before you even know it. Lose yourself in the music, let the passion in your heart take over, and you will move as you have never moved before. Yes, you are the flower on this battlefield, and today you will blossom.
Alright. Yeah. Rana's behind us, so we'll have her support. Yeah, let's see how we do. So yeah, getting ready to load in and get this experience started. Alright. Yeah, and we have a satisfaction meter for Gigaruju as well. A close position and choose me as your partner, huh? Okay. Once you've chosen a partner, you'll be able to invigorate them through your dancing. Trust me, follow my lead and Gigaruju will be all but putty in our hands. Let's show Gigaruja what you can do. Alright. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Let's hope we can show him what we got. Dance the proper steps and then execute a standard finish. Yeah, so it's not over on this side. Make 2 standard steps and then a standard finish. Oh, don't rush yourself, huh? It seems so terribly ordinary. Oh no. So yeah, we have to pace ourselves here. Yeah, it's a weird thing how they set it up like that. Where you have to kind of pace yourself as you dance. So once we have it unlocked again. Once. And then we can come over here. Wow, they really want us to go slow on this. Because yeah, even though they're giving us the options to chain here. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, there we go. I wasn't paying attention there. I didn't notice this on the left. Should probably bring it over here. Yeah, they'll actually show the steps for you on the bottom of the meter. But yeah, it's up to me to follow it. And over here, then over here, and then over here. Yeah, he never knew that his dance was so alluring. Yeah, this does give me opportunity to get more opportunity to move things around. Yeah, watch as he fends off its mighty magics. Alright, use opens to your advantage as well and fell off your foe. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Enjoy, Master Gigaruju. Okay, give myself a little bit of a heal. And all's well. Next up. Alright, and then to blue. And then back to green. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, trying to deal with 3 here. Until we get our next standard step. Oh yeah, I saw that one. And there we go. You're taken care of. Yeah, I was trying to figure out why I wasn't seeing the moves that were supposed to appear. Oh, you're down. Yeah, we've already got Gigaruju halfway. And now it's time for Rana to enter the field. And away we go. So yeah, we're trying to build up the meter, but not trying to kill Rana. Yeah, we wouldn't want to do that to the Star Dancer. Whoa, gotta turn around. And now we have our steps again. Going to green to blue, back to green. And we want to avoid that as much as possible. Yeah, now we got Whirlwinds on the field, and she wants to come and dash into me. Well, the plan is working, is it not? Alright, green to red, back to green. Yeah, I guess you do. Yeah. Now we got a fancy fan AoE to deal with. Yeah, so just wait for green, then blue, then back to green. Ooh, yeah, that took a bit of a hit. Also, I'm standing right in the middle of... Oh, what am I doing? Oh, wow. Yeah, I kind of put myself at a disadvantage here. Yeah, I don't want to get killed by Rana. Yeah, that's not what we're here for. And now the fans go around again. Yeah, I cannot get my meter up high enough, soon enough for the curing waltz. Alright, green to red, or red to green rather, Get away, get away. Yeah, and then Rana comes back for more. Yeah, I need my step to come back again. Yellow to green. Alright, almost there. Yeah, we don't want to kill her, but she can't kill us too. Alright. Blue to red and to green. Oh wow, she's down to 5. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we need to ease off. And we want to make sure we get the standard step going again. And we got the meter maxed out. There we go. Yeah. I've never seen anything like them! Yeah, and it even comes with its own firework. Bursted out streamers. Yeah, there we go, we got it. I was pushing myself almost a bit too far.
Are you sure that was your first time up on stage? I could swear I was watching a veteran up there. I couldn't take my eyes off you for a moment. But hey, my moves were nothing to sneeze at either, right? Of course, all the flashy lights were just for show. I set them up beforehand, just to liven up our performance, you know.
Yeah, good idea.
But enough about me, this was your day to shine. If that meant me playing the villain for a day, then so be it. I'm just proud to have played my part in helping your talents bloom.
Yeah, and such an endearing smile.
Now that was a sight to behold! A bold young man taking on one fearsome foe after the next, then transforming into a masterful dancer before my very eyes! Yes, I do believe I've not seen anything quite like it.
Well, we're glad we could put a smile on your face there, Master Gigaruju. And so,
your words do us great honor, Master Gigaruju. Might we also count on you to loosen your purse strings and sponsor Troop Falsium on tour across your fell realm? It is true, of course, that your troop deserves a far wider audience, and yet your performance moved me so that I just couldn't bear to part with you so soon.
So what's on your mind?
I must say I found myself particularly smitten with the young kitten who played the villain's role. Rana, was it? Perhaps I could interest you in signing a contract to be one of my personal dancers. I promised that it would be a lucrative one.
Say no.
Why, you flatter me, Master Gigaruju, but I fear I'm still in training. I can't very well leave Miss Nashmira's side until our tour is complete. Is that so now? No, this simply won't do. Why, I'm afraid your rejection has devastated me that I don't have it in me to fund your little excursion after all.
Of course you would do something like that.
You can't be serious, you gave us your word! He won't take no for an answer. Whatever should we do, Shinji?
Yeah, why are we putting me on the spot? You are altering the deal? Or we can do this the easy way, or... Yeah, you know what Titan's Bane can do, right?
What's that supposed to mean? Stop looking at me like that, you're scaring me! I jest! I say, I never took you dances to be such a bloody serious lot! I meant only to express how utterly enthralled I was by your peerless performance!
Yeah, it takes a male or raw to do some persuasion of his own.
You provided me with precisely the sort of bold and audacious artistic revolution I sought. As per our deal, I'm more than happy to offer you the financial backing you so clearly deserve. We are most grateful, Master Gigaruju. Truly your aesthetic sensibilities are matched only by your boundless generosity. By your leave, we shall begin preparing for our forthcoming performance in Uldar. Wait, I say, if I may make just one small request? I ask not that you sign an exclusive contract, only that one of you sojourn here as my honored guest, and entertain me for a spell. In return, in addition to my patronage, I promise that I will deliver you a personal letter of recommendation to the Syndicate on your behalf. Well, I do believe that sounds like a mutually beneficial arrangement. In that case, Master Gigaruju, you may have pick of any of my troop, excepting Shinji, of course.
Yeah, let's see where he's going.
Yes, then the deal is done. I'll be more than content with the lovely Miss Rana here. Leave the negotiations with the Syndicate to me. In the meantime, I look forward to seeing every move in your repertoire. The pleasure is mine, Master Gigaruju, and please introduce me to your personal dancing girls as well. I'm sure there's so much they could teach me about the art of dance in Eorzea.
Yeah, so excited. You have no idea what you gotten yourself into.
I was worried there for a moment, but all's well that ends well. I'll go and share the good news with the others. Pray come along if you'd like.
Yeah, it would have helped that I moved my buttons over, because yeah, I'm still trying to learn Dancer, and I only had the opportunity to do this quest with Corinne before. So yeah, it'll take me a little while more to get the finer points of Dancer, but I'll get there eventually. So let's speak with Nashmira to complete the challenge.
When Master Gigaruju started insisting on taking Rana from us, I thought all our efforts were for naught. But it seems we've come away with everything we bargained for and then some. And it's all thanks to you. It was really quite remarkable how he changed it soon after you gave him just a single glance. Clearly you possess remarkable powers of persuasion.
And combat.
At any rate, I suppose a short sojourn here could benefit us all. Rana seems eager to get to know the dancers here, and I must attend to administrative tasks before our next performance. In the meantime, why don't you put your newfound skills to the test? I suspect you'll be quite pleased with how well they serve you.
And so with that, we'll take our 167,000 experience points and 1,983 gil. And with that, we have now seen the first intro quest to the Dancer class. And also hello to all of the new viewers who are joining us this afternoon. Thank you so much for being part of the stream. Please make sure you help support it by leaving a like, subscribing if you haven't done so, and also by using social media to help spread the word. Your support is always encouraged and greatly appreciated. So yeah, it's now raining here in Costa del Sol, but that gives us an opportunity to let the rain clean the sweat off of us from all the dancing we just did. And so yeah, while we have the opportunity for my audio file to render, we're going to go ahead and go to our next destination. So we're heading off now to Gridania. So yeah, once we arrive there, we'll be able to check out the next warrior class that's been made available to us. And of course, like I said, that'll happen after my audio file renders. Yeah, it seems to be a very busy day in Gridania, for sure. Yeah, as the early evening is about to come, as the sun is setting. Yeah, plus of course, doing these quests on the class I'm on gives me the little extra experience points that I need. What the heck of a name is that? Okay then. Someone spammed the L button a little too much. Yeah, someone's spamming the L button a little too much. But how are you going to be able to dance on one good leg? Because yeah, you have told us before about the injury you sustained a number of years ago, where you've been forced to use a crutch. Well, we'll get an explanation on that once we get back to doing things. My audio file just finished rendering. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so with the sun setting here in Gridania, it is now time for us to take on the second of the new warrior classes available in the game. And to do so, we need to speak with this God's Quiver Bow, who surprisingly is not wearing a mask. Yeah, typically we see the Wood Whalers and the God's Quiver wearing the creepy masks, but yeah, this one's an exception. Let's go and speak with this young man as the sun sets to take on the level 60 quest entitled The Makings of a Gunbreaker. An anxious member of the God's Quiver is haranguing passers-by, presumably for some worthy cause.
Oi, mate! Fancy making yourself useful? Listen close. A gang of Highlander men have been applying their trade round here these last few days and we're trying to flush them out. They're slippery buggers though, so we need all the help we can get. That's where you come in. We spotted them lurking in the bramble patch and we're ready to spring our trap. All you have to do is call out anyone who strikes you as a bit shifty and raise the alarm. We'll take care of the rest.
So, yeah, up to the east shard we go. Well, hopefully it'll work out for you with that there, Shima. I can't go behind the Hawthorne hut, sadly. So yeah, we gotta make our way over to where this incident is going on. If I can just remember how to get there. And I can't believe I'm losing my memory of the map of the East Shroud. Yeah, you would think this would not be a problem, but unfortunately it is. And so, over here is where we'll check the place out. Yeah, plus with it being evening now, we might not be able to easily spot these people. Oh, there goes someone with a bow and arrow that I just spotted. Yeah, and looks like we've got a fight on our hands. With a Rothgar, a Vieira, and two people who are weirdly clad. Yeah, look out! Yeah, safe! And then, yeah, coming in hard. Yeah, this archer's just standing there and taking it. Yeah, and as the other guy tries to get away, well, he did actually. Yeah, I'll stop you. Yeah, you're safe with me. Get out of the way or I'll got you! Yeah, I don't think you want that. Yeah, do you really want to be in trouble with me? Yeah, here's your first mistake. Crossing my path. So yeah. You may have noticed that also this morning, now that we successfully got our first dungeon clear, we thought that since the Crystal Exarch wanted to give us a new title, we would go ahead and make an appropriate color change. So we went back to glamoring the original Dragoon armor for this particular challenge, and also for everything subsequently after that. So, yeah. Hey, dude. Here's your first mistake. Trying to get away. I am going to run through you just like that. Yeah, not even close. Not even a fair fight. Yeah, let's give this Rothgar a hand. Yeah. Both he and his Viera companion are safe. You have my thanks, stranger.
And mine. If you hadn't shown up, things could have gone very badly for us.
It's my fault. I'll be more careful next time. Truth be told, I thought we'd have an easier time of it on this side of the wall. How wrong I was. To think we could be caught unawares by a gang of common thieves. Yeah, it's like, come again? What's going on? We heard a commotion and... Yeah. That's one of them! Just like what the witnesses described. Yeah, all taken care of. Yeah, he's dead. And so is his friend, for that matter.
It's strange they go after a pair like you. All their marks so far have been merchants and whatnot. You know, folk carrying coin and valuables who won't put up much of a fight. I reckon that if any of their cronies are out there watching, they'll think twice before crossing you lot again. Might be an idea for you to see these travelers to Gudonia. Me and the others will keep looking for the rest of the highwaymen.
Well, we're glad we could help you out, sir. Those bandits. Something about this doesn't sit right with me. We barely have a fistful of gil between us, and I have a couple of forms of edge still strapped on my back. Not the most likely of targets. Perhaps that's why they went straight for the kill, and they might have succeeded if you hadn't stepped in. We are in your debt. I am Radovan, and this is Sophie. We traveled here from Ilsabard, far to the north, where I once served as a soldier of Garlemald. Yeah, like, what? I had no choice. My family was taken hostage. While it is true that I have fought and killed for the Empire, I would have never done so willingly. Yeah, I think Shinji's about to find a kindred spirit. Although I freed myself from their shackles, the life I've known is no more. But that was another life, one I would sooner put behind me. I came to Eorzea in the hope that I might start anew here. Yeah, sadly for many refugees, they don't get it that easy.
As for me, I also escaped from the Gallians. I was part of a resistance movement until we were all rounded up or killed, that is. The Empire took everything from me. My family, my homeland. With nowhere else to go, the two of us decided we'd stand a better chance of surviving if we stuck together. And here we are.
To see me now, you'd scarce believe I once served as personal guard to my queen. But in the end, I couldn't protect her. I couldn't protect anyone. Not even my wife and son. While I would have gladly given my life for theirs, it was not to be. Even so, there must still be a use for the skills I spent years honing, those whom I may yet deliver from harm.
That's why I suggested looking for employment as a bodyguard in Eorzea, and Gudonia seemed like a good place to start.
I know you've helped us enough already, but I have a proposal. Would you consider working with us? You're like, what?
Now hold on, Radovan. That's a rather lot to ask, don't you think?
But Shinji has what it takes to become a Gunbreaker. It seems my gunblade has caught your eye. You may have seen Gallians wielding something similar, but this is the genuine article. The ones used by the Empire are simply edged weapons with a firearm bolted on or vice versa. Sounds like what Livia Sass Junius used to use. While they have their uses, they pale in comparison to those my clan forged for generations. Our gunblades are etherically imbued cartridges. When you pull the trigger, the powder crystal within ignites, releasing the ether. This sends a powerful shockwave through the blade, increasing its destructive capabilities. The cartridges can even be fired into the air to create defensive barriers.
Perhaps you should save the lectures until you've heard Shinji's answer?
Yes. First things first. So, are you interested? In exchange for assisting us, I will teach you the art of the Gunbreaker.
And I was wondering if you might be able to act as a guide. If you'd accept Gunblade training as a form of payment, we'd be most grateful. Once the coin starts rolling in, you'll receive a fair share.
You need not answer right away, but please give us some thought. So yeah, we'll go ahead and speak with Radovan to complete the quest and to accept the role. Have you reached a decision? Indeed we have. From this day forward, our fates are entwined. While the path that lies ahead is not an easy one, the spirits of my predecessors will watch over you. And so we'll go ahead and accept the experience skill plus the soul of the Gunbreaker, a high steel gunblade, and the outsider attire's coffer. And so there we go, we now have officially locked Gunbreaker as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and go back to my default attire, and then once we equip the weapon appropriately, we can go ahead then switch to recommended gear. Yeah, as cool as the outfit might be for those who play Gunbreaker, it's basically Squall's outfit from Final Fantasy VIII. I would have to say that this tank's outfit looks way cooler. And so this is what I'm going to use as my default for my Gunbreaker. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put the gauge over here. Save and then start moving everything from one side to the other. Yeah, get all the old stuff off and put on the new stuff. Yeah, something else I'm also going to want to do is move some of the stuff that's the role-oriented item abilities rather, and bring them over to the back. Also, you may have noticed as well, Gunbreaker starts out with more abilities. See, I want to make sure I get everything set up the way I want it to. Alright, Keen Edge leads into Keen Edge, No Mercy, Brutal Shell. So move this here to here. We got Camouflage, Demon Slice, Royal Guard, Lightning Shot, Danger Zone, Solid Barrel, Burst Strike over here at the far end, Nebula, Demon Slaughter, which is associated with Demon Slice, so Demon Slice is down there, and Demon Slaughter's over here, so move this over here, and this over here. Then we have Aurora, a healing ability. Yeah, the Gunbreaker can actually heal themselves. Super Bolide, which is, yeah, the last resort ability, and we should probably move this from back there to over here. For now, at least. Also want to see if I can move anything else up. Well, Aurora we won't need right away, so we can move this back. And then the only thing left is our Super Bolide and Gnashing Fang, which is a level 60 ability. 450, 550... and Wicked Talon. So Gnashing Fang, Savage Claw, and Wicked Talon are together. Okay. So then Gnashing Fang will bring over. But yeah, where to put it though? Yeah, so Gnashing Fang, Savage Claw, Wicked Talon. Alright, so Gnashing or Savage Claw, go over here, Gnashing Fang, Burst Strike. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I want to move some of the abilities over here as well. Alright, so yeah. That should be a good start for us. So let's see how things unfold as we speak with Radovan to take on his level 60 Gunbreaker quest. I am having such a hard time speaking right now. The level 60 Gunbreaker quest entitled Hired Gunblades. Radovan is keen for you to put your newly acquired skills into practice. Now that the Gunbreakers of Eld have yielded a portion of their wisdom, you stand ready to take blade in hand. Rather than spend moons and moons training you, perhaps we had best find employment first. We can use the time between assignments to refine your abilities, but where should we start? Well, I can tell you where you can go. The Adventurers Guild. Yes, that sounds quite promising.
I suppose we are adventurers after all. Tell me, Shinji, are you familiar with this sort of thing?
Very familiar.
Oh my, in that case we couldn't have found a better guide.
Well, there's no time like the present, shall we? And so it's time to go and get them registered at the Carline Canopy. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't have any long-term side effects in its use. Because, yeah, that would be unfortunate if that was the case. Alright, so let's head on over to the Carline Canopy. And go ahead and make ourselves known to Mother Mune. Alright, there's Radovan. Now that Mother Mune has made us former members of the Adventurers Guild, we can start accepting assignments.
In fact, we've already been given the details of a potential client in need of a bodyguard or two.
A man named Lawson Show is waiting by the Wailing Barracks. Sophie and I will try making our own way there to get our bearings. Alright, so that means we're going to the Lancers Guild. Yeah, I get to pay a visit to my old friends. That's cool. So yeah, let's go over there and then proceed to head on over to the Lancers Guild. "5 years and it's still in development?" Yeah, that's a long time for something like that to be in development. Hello there, Lawson Shoe. You must be the one sent by the Adventurers Guild, yes? Oh, thank goodness. Something dreadful has befallen, well, threatens to befall, the one and only Editha. Yeah, who is that exactly? You mean to say you are unfamiliar with the most gifted harpicordist who ever lived? Whatever possessed me to hire such uncultured... It appears my breath would be better spent briefing you on the nature of my request. A few days ago, Editha received a most unwelcome missive. A death threat, to be precise. At first, I deemed it nothing more than the crazed scrawlings of some harmless churl. That was until during a recital, a stone was thrown at her, missing her by a hair's breadth. I have, in my capacity as a manager, cancelled all public appearances until the perpetrator can be brought to justice. I fear, though, that my delicate tulip would wither and fail if confined to her dressing room, and she herself has expressed a desire to stroll freely beneath the canopies of Miketo's amphitheater. I see where this is going. You want us to take her for a walk, is that it? If that's all we have to do, we should count ourselves lucky. A threatening letter, a brazen attack in a public place, who knows what will happen next. But she can't stay indoors forever. I say we accept. Splendid. Without further ado, I shall have Editha prepare for her promenade. We best proceed carefully. If the culprit knows that Lost and Shua asked the Adventurers Guild for help, they can probably deduce that Aditha will be coming out of hiding. We should see if anyone bears a grudge against us so we know what to expect, and we better look around the amphitheater for places where an ambusher might hide. And so away they go. So yeah, we now have to go to the amphitheater to speak with people. And so we'll warp over there. Well, yeah, that is something that I am aware of, Shima, but I didn't think it would take 5 years. Wait, Franke? Know of her? I certainly do. I would consider myself to be one of her many admirers. In all honesty, I do not care for the way some of the others ogle her. If the rumors about Aditha receiving death threats are true, one of those lecherous scoundrels must be behind it. And then Mr. Stain? Why yes, Aditha has been the talk of Gridania since her debut. Her skill as a musician is without question, although I sense that many of her admirers are more interested in her bizarre stage garb. Bizarre stage garb? Yeah, perhaps an explanation is in order? And finally the Bard Simkin, who, once you become a bard yourself, teaches you how to actually perform. Hey there, sir. Oh, Aditha, even a moment deprived of her sumptuous harmonies is akin to an eternity of unimaginable torment. When, oh when will she grace me with her splendor once more? Well, now that we know what's going on over here. Yeah, Radovan's come to rendezvous with us over here now. Along with a woman named Ondine. Shinji, have you met Miss Ondine? She's a harpsichordist like Aditha. That poor girl! What is the world coming to? That a gifted and beautiful young performer such as her must hide away from a fear of her life. It beggars belief. It must be one of our followers. I've seen the way some of them look at her and it makes my skin crawl. With fans like that, who needs enemies? And so away she goes. So what do the other locals have to say? Well, here's what they need to tell you. Yes, most of them think that one of Aditha's admirers is to blame, but I sense there's more to it. I think that until we have more information, we should treat everyone with equal suspicion to be on the safe side. Personally, I prefer to carry out a more thorough investigation, but we best not keep our clients waiting. I think that's a good idea. And so, back over to the Lancers Guild. It's a bad time for me to start having my nose itching. Yeah, because as you'll see, yeah, this escort requires combat. Which should not be all that surprising, and even Lassen Show has come heavily armored for the occasion. Aditha assures me that she'll be ready in 2 shakes of his tail, whatever that means. And so, let's go ahead and do this. So, the next day... Ah, my chaperones have arrived! How wonderful! Yeah, sporting a fancy purple dress, and bunny ears from the gold saucer, too. Yeah, as well as green tights. Oh, to finally feel the sun's warming rays, I am reborn! They weren't joking when they called her eccentric. All this prancing about is going to draw unwanted attention. We best get this over with as quickly as possible. Sophie, Shinji and I will escort her to the amphitheater. Why do you stay behind with Lost and Shu in case we need to hurry back? Fine by me. I'll keep an eye out for any signs of danger and come running if you call. Although I was fully prepared to join you in guarding Aditha, and even dressed for the occasion, I will defer to your professional opinion and remain here. But promise me that you will keep my sweet Petunia safe. Leave it to us. Are you ready, Shinji? As ready as I'll ever be, I guess. La la la, what a beautiful day for a stroll. Alright, let's do this. So let's get ready to escort this fancy young lady. Yeah, she's even dubbed Editha the Nonchalant. So away we go. Yeah, to the amphitheater and back again, but keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, anything could be over there. Anything could be anywhere. Yeah, there's a little nub over here that people can hide behind. Yeah, Gridania is a wonderful place indeed. You should stay for a while. Well, we'll leave that until later. But yeah, over in Apkaru Falls, we can end up drawing unwanted attention. And speaking of which, yeah, Editha goes to be admired by various people. Even Amitra is excited to see that she's here. Yeah, an unwanted distraction, but yeah, perhaps they can tell us what the bandits are after Editha. Milith, what's going on?
I hear that Editha has become something of a recluse of late. I do hope she returns to grace the stage once more.
And as for Sethrita?
Is it true her music is inspired by all the wondrous places she's seen on her travels?
Yeah, Amitra will leave you for last. But let's speak with Jonathas, the guy who gives us all the fancy rewards. You are escorting the lovely Editha. Please allow me to make a record of this day's events. Yeah, who knew he could jump up that high at his age? And you should why. Nice to meet you, young lady.
The whole of Gridania delights in Editha's magnificent melodies. Every other musician pales in comparison to her.
And finally, last but not least, the Lady of the Summoners, Miss Amitra.
Editha has only recently begun performing in Gridania and has already amassed a considerable following. I've heard, however, that some of the other hops of Costa are envious of her success.
So do you get the impression that a jealous rival is the investigator? Possibly could be. And then, yeah, we've been spotted. Yeah, one over there, two over here. We need to deal with them. Step away from the girl nice and slow. How about no? And it's on. Yeah, take this, you vile fiends. Yeah, you're gonna regret coming at us. But yeah, watch out for anyone who might sneak in from behind. Because this is something that does happen quite a bit. Yeah, and there's even more. Alright, you've been cut down. Everyone's still like, whoa. Yeah, Amitra will offer her services to protect everyone. Or at least to hold these guys off. Yeah, there could be more of them, so be on your guard. And so now the barrier is down. And we can continue. Yeah, watch out for guys on the right over here. Yeah, we see you. Don't think I don't. Yeah, going right at him. Yeah, take that, you. And then one shot of this. Yeah, even Hot in the Woodwaiter comes in to intervene. Yeah, thanks for your service there, Hodden. Yeah, it's seldom that we get to see a Wood Whaler actually fighting in Gridania. But there's a first time for everything. Yeah, here are the cutthroats over here. Yeah, one of whom has a AoE attack. We'll have to get through them in a moment. Alright, they're taken care of. Now over here. But we could see more over here on the right, but looks like we're fine for now. Let's join in on over here. Yeah, down he goes. Yeah, and then we got more to come. Yeah, you can see the chain is taking us all over the place. Yeah, look out for the danger. Yeah, hang in there, you two. You're doing great. Yeah, Editha, meanwhile, just chilling out over here, watching us fight, without a care in the world. Yeah, go for the Savage Claw, and then the Wicked Talon. That takes care of them. Well, what was that? Or that was actually the head bandit. Yeah, look at this pile of corpses we amassed. Yeah, Editha's just standing on this pile of corpses like it's no big deal. And it's like, oh, these dead bodies? Oh, it's nothing. Yeah, we still gotta make sure we get over to Miketo, because now we're gonna be out in the wide open, and anything and anyone could come our way at a moment's notice. Check on the right. Now check on the left. Thankfully, nothing to worry about over on those sides. So hanging right over to get to the amphitheater. It's too quiet, they must be expecting us. I bet they are. And so as we arrive... Uh-oh. What's that giant crow doing here? Yeah, and does this lady look familiar to you? My, what a naughty little rabbit. It seems you wandered too far from your warren. The stage is set for your curtain call, though it cost me a pretty penny to rent the place. This will be the last time you walk all over my stage with those grubby little paws of yours. Yeah, so now we gotta beat everything that comes up next. And save you the bunny ears. What do you want them for? Yeah, let's start with the executioner first. Yeah, now here's where we really can get the opportunity to open up. Plus, it's a good thing this guy is shooting over there and not over where I was. We couldn't have stopped ourselves from being attacked anyway. Yeah, not the way that was set up. We couldn't have been able to save ourselves that problem. Yeah, as you can see, the AoE is just going to follow us. Yeah, and then comes the next pair of bad guys. Yeah, they're coming from all over the place. Yeah, let's do everything we can to bring these fools down. And you're dead. Who wants it next? Yeah, you're back to bad time to pay me a visit. Alright, you're down. Now we can help out Radovan a little. Yeah, almost through the assailants. But as you may imagine, once we get through all these guys, the worst is yet to come. Yeah, now comes the curl. Yeah, over here, you. Yeah, and make sure you stand in such a way that Miss Editha is not targeted by the AoE, but given where Radovan is currently standing, that doesn't necessarily help us out.
Hey there, maybe. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Ohayo gozaimasu. Nice to have you here. Yeah, keep on cutting through them. Yeah, now he's got some anvil lightning, which means it's a target AoE. So this actually helps us a little bit. Yeah, this actually helps us in the fact that hopefully the back AoE will not be coming after us. So yeah, now that the target is on myself, yeah, that tail swing is going to go beckoning because it's going to go nowhere. Yeah, watch out for the lightning though. Because yeah, now the lightning orbs are going to start going after Editha. So yeah, we have to be willing to absorb it. Yeah, we're definitely taking a beating out here. Thankfully, though, Radovan's got my back. However, we have to keep running into lightning orbs. Yeah, whatever it takes, don't use the Super Bolide. Because I accidentally did that with Corinne. And it wasn't pretty. Yeah, he knows where the pollens are. But yeah, we still have to keep absorbing the orbs. Still got to absorb those orbs. Yeah, we've got Gorib already down to a third of his health. Yeah, heal myself a little and bring in a little more interjects. Alright, now we gotta hit this one. And the one over here. Now we gotta soak up all that lightning. Yeah, and now here come more of these guys. Yeah, so now we gotta spam our AoE attack. So yeah, as Radovan focuses his attention on the big cat, we'll take advantage of fighting the executioners. And so yeah, they've all been swatted away for now. But I believe there's still more coming. Now we got more orbs coming, but we've almost got this. Almost to the end here. And there it goes. Yeah, no more surprises there. Masked lady, who we know you are. Oh wow, it's that early? Yeah, so now that we've stopped you, the show's over. Now take off that mask before I cut it off in your face with it. I'm like, alright, you win. Not as if we didn't already know. Yeah, hey there. Miss Ondine? I might have guessed, but whatever has Editha done to deserve this? That Holla doesn't know the first thing about real music, and she thinks she can steal my fans, my stage, and with those appalling outfits of hers, I won't stand for it. I won't. Yeah, and in the meantime, yeah, what's happened here? We can tell you what happened. We're taking this freak of nature away. I'd heard that Ondine wasn't exactly a fan of Editha's, but I never thought she'd pay to have her killed. Well, her career is over now, and now we know that the highwaymen in the woods were in on her schemes too. A few days back they held up Ondine's carriage in the shroud, but she made them an offer worth more than the valuables she was carrying.
Mind you, I don't suppose there's many of the bastards left after today. You've done us all a good turn, so if you ever need anything from the God's Quiver, don't hesitate to ask. Well, we're glad we could help you out, sir. Now that the danger is past, Editha will at long last be able to make her triumphant return to Miketo's amphitheater. There's still one thing I don't quite understand. Why did those highwaymen attack me and Radovan in the woods? Maybe because it was your ears? I imagine Ondine told them how much I love wearing my favorite bunny crown. They probably thought you were me. Yeah, given that she's a Viera. These ones aren't real Viera ears. At least, I don't think so. Actually, I was wondering if I might have a word in private with the three of you. But there are 4 of us. Yes, but only if I include you, which I'm not. Ouch. What have I done to deserve such treatment? Well, I suppose the lady is entitled to her secrets, but before I return to my duties, I wish to express my gratitude for your part in today's events. You have both performed admirably. Now that the pesky manager of mine is out of the way, let's go to the Great Lone Growery. Thank you so much, Mebi. I appreciate that. Yeah, domo arigato, Mebi-san. So yeah, the quest isn't quite finished until we go back to the Botanist Guild, which is where she's going to be. So yeah, let's see what's going on. Yeah, it's not quite the end of the quest yet, but we still got more to do. You risked life and limb to protect me, so I feel it's only fair that I explain myself. One moment, please. What the? A sylph? Okay, I'm glad I skipped through all the cutscenes with Corinne during early access. Yeah, what indeed? Yeah, this is a sylph. You mean to say she was a sylph from the very beginning? Oh yes, this one feels much more comfortable now. It is fun to use glamours and play the harpsichord, but a little tiring. So you've been leading a double life, huh? And this one spent so long in walking one's house, this one nearly died. These ones need the sun's rays to flourish, to live. That is why this one had to go outside, even though dangerous ones were all around. This one hopes helpful ones will understand and not tell simpering one. Listening ones will be sad if this one can no longer play sweet, sweet music. Your secret is safe with us. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're all beasts, aren't we? I'm ever so grateful. Promise you'll come to listen to my harpsichord soon, yes? Yeah, a sylph masquerading as a person who can play music. Yeah, what an intro. A very cute intro to a very dangerous job. Not quite the conclusion I was expecting, but a satisfactory one nonetheless. I must say you've acquitted yourself rather well, Shinji. It normally takes a lot longer for novices to grasp the fundamental differences between a gunblade and a regular sword. It was originally developed by my people in the Third Astral Era. The march of the Allagan Empire had driven us to the barren wastelands where even survival was a constant struggle. Our queen, Gunhilda, was closely guarded by loyal soldiers known for the unique swords they wielded. Those weapons, Gunhilda's blades, eventually became known as gunblades. Meanwhile, the Allagans were developing firearms capable of launching projectiles over great distances. As they were similar in appearance to our gunblades, we refer to these weapons as guns, a term which is now commonplace. And that also explains the machinists too over in Ishgard. So effective were these new weapons on the battlefield, the Queen's Guard decided to specialize in smashing through the enemy lines and destroying them as swiftly as possible. Thus did they become to be known as Gunbreakers. Even after the fall of the Elegant Empire... Hey, Sophie, try and stay awake here. Yeah, she's fallen asleep listening to Radovan's lecture on the history of the Gunbreaker. Even after the fall of the Elegant Empire, these techniques were passed down to each new generation. My clan are the descendants of Gunhilda's royal guard, although I am all that remains. It is my duty to see that the art of the Gunbreaker lives on, even if that means entrusting it to an outsider such as yourself.
If you like history lessons, you two will get along like a house on fire.
Whatever that means. I'd best leave it there for the time being. I don't want to overwhelm the lad. The best learning is done on the field, however. As pleasant as Gridania is, I am eager to see what the other city-states have to offer.
Then may I suggest Uldar? Their markets have goods from all over the world, and I'm dying to take a look.
Uldar it is then. Sophie and I will go on ahead. When you arrive, seek us out. We shouldn't be hard to find.
Yeah, I love Gridania so much, and to think that this was a place that I chose to come to willingly, out of the sake of the choice that I made for my initial warrior class 5 years ago. Yeah, never did I come to realize that because of the way that the game is set up, that what you start the game as determines where you start the game, that my initial choice would ultimately lead me to a place that I truly enjoy. Yeah, it turns out it was a mutually beneficial situation, and in more ways than one as I came to play the game more. Yeah, it's something I'm hoping to discuss in the near future with a video. But since we need to focus on Shadowbringers first, we'll put this as our main priority for now. So upon our arrival at the quicksand, let's go on ahead inside and hook up again with Radovan and Sophie. Where are you two? There you are. Yeah, just gotta get over that railing. Hey Radovan.
It's good to finally get away from that noisy marketplace. Not that this watering hole is much quieter. Still, it's a paradise compared to anything you'll find in Gallian territory.
I think he's just in a sour mood because he can't find any work.
You're not wrong there, Sophie. I'll keep looking though. Shinji, you better train yourself until we find our next client, which, with a little luck, will be soon. And so with that, we'll take our experience in 2,661 gil. And thus, there we go. We have completed both Dancer and Gunbreaker's intro classes opportunities. Yeah, we've completed both the Gunbreaker and the Dancer's intro quests, and so now we can move on to other things, like the main story, which we'll be getting back to in just a moment. It's different from Paladin in the sense that Paladin uses a sword and shield, but Gunbreaker does not have a shield. Yeah, since Gunbreaker doesn't use a shield, they work as a tank in that way. But then again, Paladin is the only tank class that uses a shield. Because both Dark Knight and Gunbreaker use swords, and the Warrior uses an axe. Oh yeah, and there's also those differences. Thanks for clearing that up there, Shima. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say we head on back to the Crystarium? Yeah, it's always nice while my audio file is rendering that I can move on over back to certain places in order to advance with the plot. And thus we are returned to the Costerium. The shot heard across worlds? That's probably the longest title I have ever seen. I'm pretty sure that's associated with Gunbreaker. I mean, it could be, I don't know. The shot heard across worlds. Where would you find a title like that? Oh, you think it's Machinist? Yeah, it probably is. I'm guessing this person's probably above me. Not quite. And just barging in on someone's house. Yeah, how are we gonna get to those two quests? Well, we can pick them both up later. I was like, how are we gonna get to those? See, we can't go that way. Oh, how about in here? Alright. Yeah, since these new side quests have become available, we might as well take them as well. But I want to save myself for when we start helping out with Lou Week. Alright, so let's go ahead and hook up with Lou Week again. And then once we've done his intro quest, we'll take on these two new side quests. Alright, audio card is finished rendering, so let's go ahead and move on. Alright, everything looks like it's all good. Okay, so we have now returned to the Costerium, and it's now time to start taking on some additional quests for side quests here in the Costerium before we move on to main story once again. So, as we were informed in the previous stream, there are a group of people who are looking to get revenge on some of the freaky fiends from the Sin Eaters, and one of them is Lou Reek. He's going to be associated with us because we're playing on Dragoon, so we're going to go ahead and take on the quests that are associated with him, and we'll get to see what his story is all about. So let's go ahead and speak with Lou Reek to take on the level 70 side quest entitled No Greater Sports. Lou Reek thinks you just might be the answer to his prayers. I like it too, there, Mebby. Wait, you wouldn't happen to be... Yeah, at your service. Yeah, you eyeing me from head to toe, huh?
Yes, of course you are. 'Tis plain from the way you carry yourself, you're just the sort of man I've been looking for. You're perfect! Yeah, come again? My name is Lurik, and I am a bounty hunter. But not just any bounty hunter, I will have you know. Nay, I am wont to settle for run-of-the-mill prey. I hunt sin-eaters. Dressed up in a fancy outfit like that? Not only that, I have recently set my sights on a particularly notable fiend. One of the 4 cardinal virtues, those famous instigators of the flood itself. Naturally, it will take considerable strength and skill to defeat such a formidable eater, and I am not afraid to admit I cannot do it alone. However, with the aid of equally formidable allies, I am confident it can be done. And you, my friend, are exactly the sort of ally I have a mind to recruit. Yeah, walk away here without a word or feign interest. Yeah. Let's try and help him out, because we actually need to. I knew that you would be interested, and should the challenge alone be insufficient motivation, know that I have substantial financial resources at my disposal. You will be duly compensated for your service, rest assured. However, as much as I am certain you are the right man for the job, 'tis only meet that I put your skills to the proof. A simple test should suffice. Pray do not be offended, but would you be shocked how many people present themselves falsely in order to enrich themselves or to impress others? Yeah, so yeah, let's go ahead and follow him. So yeah, we gotta head off into Lakeland itself. So we'll be able to do that by running over to the Pendant Aetheryte and then just warping on out of here. Yeah, and this subquest is actually required. Yeah, we have no choice but to do this one. And also, since we're now doing the Warrior of Darkness, since that's now been a title given to us, we're going to go ahead and change vehicles. Primarily because Cloud's motorcycle is way faster than Noctis's Regalia. So let's hit the road. So yeah, let's go hook up with Lurik as we're getting shot at with seeds. Yeah, that hurts! Yeah, we're gonna be following Lurik out for quite a bit of distance. And yeah, plus this music actually encourages excitement rather than the laid-back music that the Regalia has. Yeah, we're avoiding giant plants, giant iguanas. Yeah, stuff that's all over the place. Alright, so here's where Lurik is. So let's go and talk to him. Here we are, our proving grounds. You need only slay a beast of suitable ferocity before my very eyes to demonstrate your own. Naturally, we require bait to lure out one out of hiding. And in the meanwhile, do we have a rival? Actually, not quite. Oi, my lord, got your package here. Well done, my good man, and here's your payment. Here you go. Oh, this? The bait in question. Easier to have it delivered than to take a detour and pick it up myself. Rather more efficient as well. Time is money. Yeah, which explains why he's dressed as fashionably as he is. Now then, you need only place it in the open and slay whatever comes to claim it. I cannot imagine it will take long for something to come hither. Alright. So we'll just go ahead and throw this bait out here. Some iguana meat, specifically.
And now we bide our time for the arrival. There's our opponent, a ravenous Smilodon, also known as a tiger. Let's put the kitty down. Yeah, sorry Tigra, you're not gonna have Lion-O to help you out on this one. Yeah, give myself a little boost. And then charge into it. There we go. And that's that. What do you think of that, Lou?
Fantastic! I knew I was not wrong about you. Come, let us return to the Costarium at once.
Okay, and so back to the Costarium then. So yeah, that didn't take long to get acquainted, now did it? Ugh. Yeah, it's just stretching out here trying to keep everything in order. Alright, so we're back. And so we'll turn to the pendants. Yeah, it does take a little while to get back there, but of course, the place being as busy as it is, this is to be expected. Yeah, it's only the second official day of Shadowbringers, but of course we've had early access since Friday. And now you can also play Glenard at Triple Triad. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. They actually have Triple Triad around here? Alright, Lou.
Congratulations on a kill well made, my good man. I dare say this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership. Let us commemorate the occasion with a feast. Eat, drink, and be merry.
Yeah, they definitely rolled it out for us. Yeah. Some poultry, some wine, some dodo, and some fruit.
Wonderful stuff, isn't it? My compliments to the chef.
Yeah, we can actually hear him gulping.
Another helping? No, are you sure? It really is no bother.
Oh, very well.
I should like to return to our earlier discussion, that of the virtue I have engaged you to hunt with me.
So tell us about it.
Andrea is her name, and she roams Novaura in the guise of Renda Ray, fallen warrior of light and renowned hunter of Eld.
But that's not actually the name we know her as. When Mathia was engaging the Warriors of Darkness, this young lady was known by the name Droomhall. So yeah, that's not actually what she was known as in Heaven's Ward. But I guess they all had to assume alternate identities in order to make sure that they weren't known over in Eorzea or something.
She is a most elusive eater who has been sighted in every corner of the realm. Though her movements are unpredictable, she has often been witnessed pursuing and slaying extraordinarily dangerous beasts. I can well imagine the question forming in your head. Why not leave her be? If anything, she is not aiding local communities after a fashion? Alas, no, for the beasts she slays rise anew as eaters, which pose even greater threats to the small folk. So you see, this one wretched sin-eater is in truth sowing untold chaos by carrying on as she does, unleashing more of a kind of unsuspecting towns and villages all across Northront. Only you and I can stop her.
Yeah. So she was a warrior of light, or didn't the warriors of light save the world?
What an odd thing to ask. But never mind all that. Whether or not they were heroes or villains or whatever 100 years ago doesn't matter to me. The simple truth is, Renda Ray was the greatest hunter who ever lived, and beating at her own game will be an amazing fate, don't you think? And regardless of what the Warriors of Light were before they became Sin Eaters, that's what they are now, so we be doing folks a favor by killing one. Well, what say you, friend? Will you hunt Andrea with me? Yeah, with pleasure, or I hope I live to regret this. Yeah, let's at least keep the guy on our side. So begins our formal partnership. I can see it now. You and me in the heat of battle fighting side by side. The picture of courage and camaraderie. It's going to be grand. Naturally, it will take us time to study and understand our prey. Eaters can behave in strange and inexplicable ways, particularly powerful ones like Andrea. I've been doing my best to get inside her head, to think like a hunter, but it is easier said than done. Anyway, as soon as I've determined where we ought to begin our search, I will inform you at once. And so we'll take our experience and gil for completing this initial quest with Lurik. And because we have done this... Oh, is the reward lacking? My apologies. Next time I will see that you receive rather more substantial compensation. Yeah, as I was saying, since we're now level 72, that also means we can take on Lurik's next quest. So, let's proceed to immediately take it, by taking on his level 72 quest entitled Vengeance in Defeat. Lurik seems rather surprised to see you standing before him. Really? We only just finished our first quest together. Yeah, we never left, man. Wait, it's you! It's really you! You actually came! Like I said, man, we never left. Yeah, how much of a spoiled rich kid are you? I mean, never mind. You're here to hunt Andrea with me, yes? Of course you are. Why else would you be here? And wouldn't you know it, one of my hirelings should be returning with new information any moment now. Yeah, from another Mistel apparently. Greetings, my lord. I am pleased to report that Andrea was recently sighted in Amarang, in the vicinity of Samuel's backbone, it would seem. Apparently, there was a right vicious spider what was giving folks trouble, and now that's been turned, it's about a dozen times worse. They'd be grateful for any assistance. I see. Well done, my friend. Your payment is promised. Yeah, it seems like he's got a boatload of money to spread around. Why bother going out and pestering the small folk for news when you can employ others to do it for you? The better to devote our precious time to rather more important matters, I say. And owing to my winning strategy, we may now depart for Amarang and the delightfully named Samuel's Backbone. For in pursuing the spider, we may yet find its maker. And so off we go. Back to a place where earlier today we got to witness firsthand how people are turned into Sin Eaters. So, let's head on over to Mordsuk. Yeah, we got to witness it firsthand earlier today, and it was not pretty. I mentioned how it was something out of a horror story or out of a horror movie, and I definitely stand by that statement. Alright, so let's head on out. Going to visit a place called Samuel's Backbone, a place we've actually seen before. We actually went here to take care of a particular quest. And so now that we've shown up, let's go ahead and go on over. Because yeah, there's Lurik standing outside the Backbone. Hey there, Lou. This is the place. I gather those bones once belonged to dear Samuel, but I see no troublesome arachnid. Right. Thank you for joining us there, Mebi-san. We'll see you next time. It being a rather large desert, I had considered hiring a few trackers to hasten our search, but I have yet to spy a place where such individuals might congregate. Pity. Nothing for it but to roll up our proverbial sleeves and do the dirty work ourselves. We shall split up and search the sands for this sin-eater spider. Whoever finds it first may have the honor of slaying it themselves. And should we not find it, well, after we have both searched for a suitable length of time, I say we meet back here.
Let the hunt begin! So yeah, let's go ahead and find this spider-like sin eater that he's talking about. Yeah, how far do we have to go? Well, not that far. We do have to go around this tower first. Also trying to make sure we avoid the gigantenders as much as possible, as well as the lizards / the basilisks. Yeah, here we are. So let's check the area out and get ready for battle. You survey the surrounding lands, but find no trace of the spider you seek. So, yeah, false alarm at this point. So let's keep looking. Further to the south we go. Past the mantoids, who has caught my attention, and I his. Yeah, we should be relatively safe out over here. So now let's check this place out. This time, we have found someone, but it's a scorpion, not a spider. Yeah, it's a scorpion-like sin eater, not a spider as he said it was. Yeah, load into it. As we duel with this forgiven folly. And get ready to load up. There we go. Almost gotcha. And there we go. So back over to Louis. So let's see if he had any luck finding what he wanted. Now wind our way around in order to get back to the backbone. Speaking of backbones, mine is feeling very sore right now. Alright, back to Lurik. Yeah, it's not easy to have to bend over just enough so that you can speak into your recording microphone. And I think I'll have to keep doing this for at least 2 weeks. Yeah. Where are they? Oh, wait a minute. What? Another specter? In this case of Andrea? Yeah. And now we're suddenly having an echo moment. That is one big curl. It even has reindeer antlers.
There she is, the scourge of Noront, the devourer of souls, Balam quits. We bring this mark down, they'll be singing ballads about us till the end of time. Never mind the king's bounty, we could buy ourselves a couple of the castles apiece.
But you bit off more than you could chew?
Flanking maneuver as discussed. Wait for my signal, then we'll strike as one.
And so away they go. In a mission that's probably a tantamount to suicide. I have, but in other games, there, Shima.
Damn it, she's on to us! Don't panic, we planned for this. We'll act as decoys while Render Rain brings her down. Go, go! Wait, not yet, there's no need to rush this.
But that's exactly what they do. Yeah, they go in with their bow and arrows.
Sod it, always so headstrong.
And then, yeah, shockwave of pain and misery.
Bugger me, my head! I can't!
Yeah, this is the worst time to get a headache. And she ends up watching her friends get shocked to death. Yeah, that was a bad time for that to happen. Oh, it has? I haven't seen anything like that yet.
No! No! Come back here! Finish it, you bloody bastard! Finish me!
No, it's gonna make you live to tell the tale and suffer as a result. And so after she lays her friends to rest...
I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I will not end it in like this. I promise. I'll kill that goddamn beast if it's the last thing I do.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Yeah, her friends got ahead of themselves and ended up paying the price for it.
Hey, what was that just now? I've had headaches before, but the way you were thrashing about wasn't anything like I've ever felt.
Well, maybe we can explain it to you. Yeah, I know you're gonna find this hard to believe, but... yeah, in fact, we have a lot of great details about it.
By the gods! And I thought we were lucky to catch a glimpse of Andrea, but you're also telling me you were granted a vision of her past with this power of yours? Though, 2 warriors killed while hunting a great horned beast. A beast their surviving companion vows to stay and revenge. I've heard this tale before, I know it. It is a common enough sort of tale, I suppose. And regardless, she is gone. Come, let us return to the Costarium and celebrate your accomplishments.
And so, yep, away we go, back to where we came from. But yeah, I've not seen the Curl Regina over in Dravania at all. And yeah, I have seen Curl Reginas in other Final Fantasy games. 12 most notably. Yeah, 12 is where I know the Curl Regina from the most. Yeah, if I remember correctly, they're in the plains right before Arcadia. Okay, gotcha. So now nighttime has descended upon the Crystarium. So it's time to go on ahead and complete this particular task with Luik. Alright, here we are. Oops. Nope, not that. Alright, back to Lou. And yeah, another feast is in store. The table is set, and so I bid you raise a glass with me that together we might toast to your spectacular accomplishments. Yeah, if nothing else, we definitely get to dine well. Yeah, come dine with me. There's really nothing quite like a hearty meal after a job well done. Drink up, my friend, drink up! How do you feel? Another few bottles ready and waiting to be opened? No? Oh, very well if you insist. It occurs to me, my good man, that I have yet to ask you your name. So quickly did we forge our friendship that I hardly noticed until now. Yeah, I was wondering when we were going to get to that. It took you 2 full quests to do this? Yeah, here's what I go by. Shinji Okuri. Reek and Shinji, yes, I rather like the sound of that. Reek and Shinji, the daring duo, the brave bounty hunters, the scourge of sin eaters. Once we have slain Andrea, not a soul in Novaura will not know our names. They shall ring out all across the realm. But I should dwell overmuch on the victory before the struggle. A wise hunter is prepared and patient. 'Twill be prudent to send double, nay, triple the agents afield to seek out promising new leads. Yeah, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you're a gillionaire, or you're sure it's wise to spend your money so freely, but yeah, I think we kind of know what this guy's all about. This dude is loaded. Worried about the budget for our brave endeavor? Well, don't be. I am prepared to fund our activities as needed. No expense shall be spared. None whatsoever. Alright. So we'll take our experience, which is now 540,000 and 1,416 gil. And so there we go. There's our intro to Lurik and the required side quests that we have to do as far as advancing the story is concerned. Because, yeah, as they mentioned, this journey with Lurik, as well as the others like him, are required for officially completing Storm or Shadowbringers' main story. So yeah, we'll get one more episode in before I take a break for dinner. Yeah, in fact, I haven't eaten since breakfast. I've just been so busy focusing on getting videos edited and rendered and whatnot. And also, hello to all of our new viewers who are joining us for this afternoon's stream. Thank you so much for being here. Please make sure to help support the stream and the channel by leaving a like, subscribing if you haven't done so, and using social media to let people know what's going on. Your support is always encouraged and greatly appreciated. So, let's make our way back over to the pendants as my audio file renders. Yeah, we have a minion here known as the Great Serpent of Rana. So yeah, we got a distraught damsel over in this room. Where's the other person, though? Oh, over here. That's right, yeah. Also, don't you guys find it just a bit weird when the viewing numbers start to go up? I say, can you please make sure to support the stream by leaving a like, and then all of a sudden they all bolt? Like, that's really weird. Alright, so I think yours is chain-oriented? Yeah, because you have an Aether Current, so we'll probably be getting chains out of this one. Yeah, it's like the mere asking of getting support or asking for support will drive people away. Like, it's not wrong to want to be liked. It does instill you with a sense of self-confidence and whatnot. Alright, so, before we move on back to the main story, we have a couple new side quests that have been introduced here in the Costerium, so let's go ahead and take them. Starting with this distraught damsel and her quest entitled, Do You Believe in Magic? The distraught damsel has found herself dispossessed of a treasured keepsake. Oh, stranger, please, you must help me. I fled here from Holminster Switch, but I lost my necklace along the way. I noticed it was missing as I passed the Church of the First Light, but I couldn't go back. And now the guard tells me that Lakeland is too dangerous for me to go and search for it. I know I should be glad that I escaped with my life, and I am, but that necklace was a gift from my father, and it's all that I have to remember him by. If you can travel freely, then please bring it back to me. Alright then. So yeah, since this is something that is going to require us to leave town, we'll go ahead and do just that. Alright. Let's ride on back towards Holminster Switch. Plus, there's also something else that we can obtain while on the way. We passed by it before, but we're not going to be passing by it this time around. Because, as soon as I get this hop chop off my back, you'll notice we are actually driving towards an aetherite. Yeah, I was going to say an aether current, but it's actually an aetherite. But if there are any aether currents nearby, that would be cool. You know, we're just going to go around those guys and attune to this aetherite, because this is something we're going to have to come back and do later on, is come back to this place. And away we go. So let's head on now to the fort now and continue to make our way towards Holminster Switch. Yeah, we'll see if we can find the young lady's necklace. But yeah, it seems like a lot of people are trying to recover various forms of jewelry and necklaces and pendants and whatnot. You know, all heirlooms from their family and friends who ended up dying as a result of the Sin Eater's intervention. Oh, here it is. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick it up. And take it back to the Costerium. Yeah, sooner or later we're gonna get all these side quests done. Oh, Lou's here. Oh, well done. Yeah, good job on that there, Shima. Alright, so let's go ahead and speak with the young lady once again. Hello there.
I wholly do hope, but...
Yeah, even in the dark we found it.
You did find it! Oh, thank you! I've worn this since I was a child, ever since my father first made it for me. The horn he carved for it was magic, he said, and would protect me when I roamed the hills. I thought myself much too old to believe in such things, but nevertheless, when the Eaters came for me, I begged it to keep me safe one last time. Just then, a young elven woman appeared, brandishing a glowing blade. She cut quite the dashing figure as she fought to protect me, like a prince from a fairy tale, and when she stood over the vanquished Eaters, she smiled at me and said, "You're safe." I knew then that the necklace had answered my prayers, but that could not have been anything but magic. For as long as I have it, I know that I will be alright.
And so yeah, good thing we're able to give that back to her. And so now it's time to go and speak with Hegi over here for her Aether Current oriented quest entitled A Job Well Done. Hegi is looking for someone wanting to make a delivery to Fort Job.
Hail, sinner! Might this old woman impose upon you to travel to Fort Job in her stead? My son Chuthwick is with the guard out there, and I have a package for him that wants delivering. I'd go myself, but my knees simply aren't up to the task.
Alright. Yeah, deliver the lovingly wrapped parcel to Chuthwick at Fort Job, so let's go right back there. And of course I'm going slowly but surely to make my way there eventually myself. Alright, let's find Chathwick. And conveniently, he's right over here. Hello there, Mr. Chath. A package? Yes. Here you go. Oh, food from Mother. Everyone will be so pleased. Her last letter mentioned how distraught she was to hear that members of the Guard had given their lives at Holminster Switch and how touched that was so many more risked their lives to protect it. But of course, she would be. Our whole family is from there after all. I expect that she wanted to express her feelings by preparing food for us. She does that. Wait a moment. You were at Holminster Switch too, weren't you? I saw you on the front lines. Yeah, that's right. I knew it! I don't think I could forever forget the sight of you facing down eater after eater without ever once flinching. And it's not just me, you're an inspiration to all of us. Here's an idea. What if you pass these out to the rest of the Guard? I'm sure that they'll be awestruck. Well, that's very kind of you. Yeah, we're giving these to 4 different people here. In fact, I think one of them is up there. So we'll leave him for last and go elsewhere to find the other 3. Yeah, and I did say we'd find an Aether Current around here, and there is one. But it looks like a couple of these people are hidden behind these walls. Yeah, they're all conveniently located behind the fortifications. Except for Bjorn here, he's out in the wide open. Here you go. Ah, food, thank you. And may I just say it's a true honor to have you here. Your bravery on the field will not soon be forgotten. And then over here, with Grimcog. Here you go. Wicked White, you're him! You were there in the middle of it all, strong as 100 men! A bulwark against the tide of eaters that threatened to overwhelm us. And now you brought me a sandwich! Yeah, it's the simple pleasures in life. Okay, where's that Aether Current I saw? Well, we can always figure it out as we go along. Ah, here it is. Yeah, I knew you were around here somewhere. Alright. So let's go up this way now. And we'll see who else needs a chow down. He's probably on a higher level. Or maybe not. Oh, hiding behind a tent is Jonric here. Yeah, this big Rogadin / Gaudiant particular individual, but yeah, this guy's a woman's name. Chathwick's mother made this. That's the best news I've had in days. Her cooking is excellent. I'm sorry that we couldn't save their home, but at least the whole family made it out alive. And finally, to the one last guard who we need to do some more climbing to find. Yeah, probably gonna have to do a little scanning over there because there's another Aether Current. Yeah, we'll speak with Roldard in a moment, but let's get this other Aether Current. Oh, what's Sync doing here? Oh wow, I wasn't expecting him. I thought he was still on another server. Hey Roldard. Here you go. You have my thanks for this, of course, but also for the battle. I remember you well. Though we lost many, it would have been many more without your aid. And so with our task done, let's go back to the Crystarium. Oh, actually we can't. We have to speak with Chathwick first. Then we can go back to the Crystarium. Yeah, getting ahead of myself here. Pleased were they. I expected as much. I apologize for asking such a trifling task of you, but we lost a lot of people on that battlefield. Anything that might raise morale is well worth trying. And for that, and I thought that if they might even have as much as I do, well,
In any case, you have my sincerest gratitude. I saved my favorite portion of the food for you, so please take it along with my thanks. So yeah, we'll get our experience skill, plus some grilled rail and the aether current. Okay, so this has now opened up some new side quests, but we're gonna leave these for later. We're gonna leave these for later because we need to go back to the Custarium to continue on with the main story. Oh, he was at Diabolos. I actually didn't know that. I'm still subscribed to him on YouTube and Twitch, but I had no idea he'd returned to Exodus. But yeah, if you see him again, let him know I'm in the area, and if he ever wants to team up, to let me know. Alright, back to the pendants. Plus, I didn't think that I thought that Diabolos was realigned. That it got moved over into the Crystal data center. Alright, back over here. Yeah, probably we can dress a little more casually now since we don't have to be in combat. So let's go ahead and speak with the manager of suites to take on our level 72 main story quest entitled An Unwelcome Guest. The manager of suites is wearing a grave expression. Begging your pardon, sir, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Custarium. Word has it that we're answering the phone. And it's my mother. But we're not doing that right now. She can wait a little while longer. Yeah, word has it that my mother is calling. She never was good at timing her calls. Yeah, if so, I would strongly advise you to stray not too far from the Custarium. Word has it Yulmore has dispatched its military to Lakeland. Why is that? Given the timing, one can only assume that they do not welcome the return of the night. Even now, the Exarch is in the Ocular deliberating a response. Well, then we better go and meet up with the Exarch then. And since it's taking a little longer than usual to warp around, I'm just gonna run over to the Ocular. Yeah, we'll make our way back over there and see if we can't find out what's going on. But yeah, I'll make sure to call her back later. Yeah, this is probably one of those times where you wish home phones had vibrate option. So, returning now to the Ocular. Yeah, we're back.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands.
I did hear about that. So tell us about it. Yeah, as we look at this image that the Exarch has conjured.
Yulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
It does, doesn't it?
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
Yeah. Speaking of knocking...
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would.
Yeah, we're kind of stuck in here.
And do we really want to meet with the emissary? Yeah, who is this person?
Everyone, gather round.
What's on your mind, Exarch? Yeah, if you don't like who this person is, we can take care of him for you.
I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish.
Yeah, vanish? Yeah, we're not simply being teleported away. We're just gonna be invisible for a while to some extent.
Enter.
So, who is the captain bringing in? Well, whoever it is, it's certainly got the look of shock on the Exarch's face. Who are we dealing with?
Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
Yeah, a military general is never good. Yeah, he's certainly imposing looking, isn't he?
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
Why are you asking him this question?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmor's interest in this?
Yeah.
His Benevolence, Lord Vorthri, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin-Eater.
Yeah, but they're not all that good. Unless you live where he does.
Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
Ouch. Yeah, they want the status quo
I
maintained.
see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmor considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution.
You mean you want this?
Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 Sin-Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthri.
See to it that you do.
In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmor's mercy. Promptly.
I don't think it's gonna go down like that. And so away he goes. But before he does...
One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
Oh, those two? Yeah, we know what he's talking about.
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
We don't
What
want to
a
go
pity.
back.
Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
I wonder why. Uh-oh. Does he notice us? Yeah, it's not good if he did. And so now that we are no longer invisible...
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
Looked that way, didn't it?
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmor's army since before Vorthri's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin-Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmor chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat.
Oh yeah.
While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
'Tis noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived.
Yeah, touche.
Yulmor has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
Oh yeah?
He may have reason to delay.
And why is that?
According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the...
Yeah, look of
It
shock.
may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmor before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
Oh, great. Yeah. Wait, is this the Minfilia or... I'm sorry, generations of Minfilias? Yeah, can you elaborate a little more on this, there, Captain?
Ah, of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it.
So out with it then.
I think it best that you seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He will be able to enlighten you.
Okay.
Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right. Though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
Okay. I guess we know what we're doing next. Alright, so back out of here. Yeah, we gotta find out about how Minfilia... Of course I would accidentally knock out my microphone. But yeah, anyway, we need to find out what Minfilia is doing here and how she fits into all of this. Yeah, all I simply did was lower my hand, but apparently it was enough to knock the microphone out of my controller. Alright, so let's go ahead and speak with Morin again to get an explanation on what's going on here. Hey Morin. Yes, if you are after books pertaining to Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid most around Honolulu at present. They are experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Actually, that's not why we're here. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. And after I've finished some few outstanding tasks, that is, while I attend to them, you could fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called.
Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter. The artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should, I say, for while there's a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place. Despite my best efforts, if the book is not where it should be, it will almost certainly be somewhere it shouldn't, so, good luck. Yeah, in fact, in this instance, it's not on the next level below, it's 2 levels below. So we gotta find it. Yeah, just as your eyes begin to blur, they finally come to rest on a copy of the illustrated tale of the Oracle of Light. So now let's give it back to Moran. Yeah, running up the stairs in order to give him back the book. Have you found the book? We have, yes. Yes, this is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I've finished all my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. And so, without further ado then. It began 100 years ago when the flood of light threatened to swallow Novaura. Just as all seemed lost, the Saviour appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance. A maiden with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her save that her name was Minfilia, and that for delivering the realm, she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. Yeah, let's find out why. Oh, that's fancy. When Sea Eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Verbert, a young girl who was discovered was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair spun of gold and eyes of clear sapphire, she was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and likewise to be called Minfilia. Enlisting in the Ulmoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. Yeah, I suppose she would fight for Yulmore. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet with her dying breath she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. And true to her words, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the selfsame eyes, that selfsame hair, and those selfsame powers. She took to the name Minfilia. She too fought Sin Eaters as a soldier of Yulmore, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. That's a lot of corpses. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Novaura on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some perhaps, the truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All of the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not, but all were made to face the Sin Eaters and all died to keep our hopes alive. What can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Ulmoran army some 10 years ago and taken into their care. Yeah, not surprising that they would want to keep it within Yulmore. Or rather, their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name, for by that time under Lord Vothi's rule, Yulmore had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. Yeah, that's not good. For a long while we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in the Yulmorn's best interest for her to remain under their control. But then 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Indeed. Well, I believe now we have a good grasp of Minfilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Maren. Might I trouble you for a word, Shinji? Outside?
Of course. Yeah. Until next time, Maren. Alright, down we go. So yeah, we're just gonna meet them up outside of the cabinet. So yeah, let's go ahead and reunite with them.
As we have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred.
Well, it's good to know he's out and about.
They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Hydaelyn's emissary to halt the Flood of Light. It could only be that her people of the First witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that.
I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. Yeah, of course.
Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, talking in a roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Hydaelyn's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side, right, Shinji?
Yeah, quite. One's generally been enough, but fine. Yeah, let's just keep it simple.
I see you've made up your minds.
Exarch, what brings you here?
A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the immoral forces at Laxenloft do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Yulmor ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So if we mean to act, we should do so quickly.
And so?
Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium.
Yeah, like you're really gonna do this? And so, we'll take our experience plus 1026 skill. And so, with that is gonna actually bring this afternoon to an end for streaming because, yeah, it looks like things are heating up now that we are trying to save an iteration of Minfilia that we want to learn about. And so, knowing that this is all going to be taken care of, we're going to leave that for this evening, and we'll see if we can't indeed find the mysterious Minfilia and see if she can be brought back to safety. So, for now, that is going to do it for this afternoon's Day 2 of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers Live. And so, later this evening, we will go ahead and see if she can indeed be saved from the clutches of the Yulmoran army. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novaura Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.